We're counting down to UFC 158. It's coming up Saturday night at the Bell Center on pay-per-view. And Rick, the horror story, he's going to be welcoming Quinn Mulhern into the UFC. And Rick getting set here to fight on Saturday night in Montreal. What have you got to watch of Quinn? He's going to be making his Octagon debut. And do you feel that, those Octagon jitters might be evident here for someone coming into the organization?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's always an issue with most fighters that come into UFC the first time. I've seen a few fights of his from Strikeforce, and he's a game opponent, and he's going to be fighting for his job just like I am.
Yeah, I guess that was what I wanted to lead to here. I mean, do you feel your back is somewhat against the wall here, and does that kind of change your approach going into Saturday night at all?
I mean, if your back's against the wall, you're going to be fighting for your job. I have nothing else to say. It's like I got to go out and I got to perform. If I don't, then I'm done.
What do you take from the welterweight class right now? Because this show on Saturday, very much a showcase of some of the best at 170. It's pretty much the whole theme here. I mean, this is one of perhaps the deepest division right now in the UFC, and you find yourself right in the thick of that division.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be on this card and to have all the other welterweights on the card. And by the end of the night, you're really going to get a good picture of what kind of matchups can happen. And, I'm going to be going out, do my best, and try to work my way back up the ladder.
Some of the guys we've been talking with as well today about, with wrestling backgrounds, about the whole Olympic decision. I'm sure your opinion is very much like a lot of people's. What did you think of hearing this decision that, the IOC is voting to remove wrestling from the Olympics?
I heard about that, and it was kind of a shock, but once you start hearing about the background and a little bit more information from different opinions, it kind of makes sense. If a person's not going to play ball or not going to work with committees and stuff, it's probably bound to happen. And as far as that's concerned, it's unfortunate, and wrestling's an amazing sport. It gave me my background, got me to where I'm at, and, if they don't do what they need to do to keep it going, then there's nothing else that can be said about it.
Do you think it'll still stay very strong within the U.S., even if you don't have that Olympic dream for some maybe getting into it at the beginning stages?
I think that it'll stay strong. It might fade. I know in the Northwest that it's been fading in college programs for quite a while, but I mean, it just might be the tipping point. It's hard to say at this point, because I've been away from wrestling for quite a while now. I've been in MMA, so I just think that wrestling's one of those sports where, it's like I can't even explain it. It's like the hard workers are going to find their way to it just because it's hard work.
Absolutely. Well, we are very much looking forward to it on Saturday night. Rick's story is going to be in action with Quinn Mulhern. You can catch it all on pay-per-view, and it all kicks off 6:45 p.m. Eastern on Facebook.